everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, I am going to be doing a deck profile of the 2002 Yugi starter deck. So if you played the game of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, this is the deck that got you probably started in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. It was either this or the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Literally, it was these two starter decks. But I will do a deck profile. I will leave a link in the description down below for you guys of a site I found where you can actually find all the cards that were used in the Yugi starter deck, as well as the Seto starter deck, and Joey and Pegasus, and all the past decks of the past. So I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can find it. But yes, without further ado, I'll just do a deck profile of this. I broke the deck down into tribute monsters, good vanilla beaters, so monsters with high attack, tribute monsters, just vanillas that are not that good, vanillas that are iconic, I guess you could say to some degree, to the Yu-Gi-Oh community, good spell cards, bad spell cards, good traps, bad traps. So just good staple stuff, not so good stuff, you know, kind of broke it down that way for this deck profile. First off, you have your one Dark Magician with the original artwork. This is the original one. Same thing goes with the Blue Eyes White Dragon. But yes, the original Dark Magician. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. So your Seto starter deck one. Then you have your Gaia, the Fierce Knight. I know he's the rare version, but I couldn't find I had my commons one in somewhere else. But the Gaia, the Fierce Knight, he's your other tribute monster that requires two tributes, but he's pretty good in a pinch. Then you have your probably best tribute monster, which is Summon Skull. You tribute one monster, get Summon Skull out. You also have Curse of Dragon, which is another good tribute monster. Then you have a couple of ones that are not so good. You have the Doom, yeah, how do you pronounce his name? Dom, the Angel of Silence. He's the ruler over space and time. And then you have Asata, or like it's a ninja guy, Arasata, which is a 17 attack, 5-star tribute monster. So yeah, but Summon Skull's the best, and Curse of Dragon's probably second. And Gaia's not that bad. People think Gaia's bad. Believe me, it's actually pretty good, along with Dark Magician. But on to your good beat stick monsters. So the Seto starter deck has a lot more beat sticks. It had a lot more bigger monsters than the Yugi starter deck. The Yugi starter deck pretty much involves, I guess you could say to some degree, involves more trickery. Like it has a lot more, I noticed, spells, more powerful spell cards. I guess because Yugi's kind of like the magician spell cards, magic cards. They were called magic cards back then. But these are your main beaters of the deck, I guess you could say. I also put the Baron in as well. Man-Eating Treasure Chest, the Zombie, Dragon Zombie, and Great White are your 16 vanilla beaters. Neo, the Magical Swordsman, is your biggest normal summonable monster. He's a 17 attack, but if you have Yami on the field, he gets a little bit bigger. And the Baron is very good because he can get over 15 beaters because he's a 50 beater. So these are pretty much your good beat sticks of the deck. However, the deck does have some just good generic 15 beaters. 15 beaters is pretty much your best type of beaters in the deck, besides these guys I just showed you. So you have the Mystic Clown, which is your only other good one. And then you have two good defensive monsters in the form of Giant Soldier of Stone and Mystic Elf. Giant Soldier of Stone, fun fact guys, for a long part in the early part of Yu-Gi-Oh, this was the biggest monster with the highest attack and highest defense. So a 2,000 defense and a 13 attack was pretty big because a lot of the other 2,000 defenses had low attack. He had the biggest attack for a 2,000 defender. So for a long period of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, he was the biggest. For a normal summonable monster, I should mention. But yes, Mystic Elf and Giant Stone, your 2,000 defenders. And Mystic Clown, he's pretty good as well. He looks very quirky though. Very weird. I don't trust him. Then you have some iconic good Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Celtic Guardian, King of the Feral Imps, Winged Dragon of the Fortress, Guardian of the Fortress #1, Beaver Warrior, and Silver Fang. These are just iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, pretty much right here. However, I will say that, oh, Beaver Warrior's not in the picture. Oh my gosh. But there's Beaver Warrior. I will say that Celtic Guardian, if you guys want to know a fun little fact, back in like the late 90s in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For Japan, Celtic Guardian was actually meta because he was one of the biggest normal summonable monsters that you could just normal summon without any side effects. So back when you see like those 900 attack monsters and those 700 attack monsters, Celtic Guardian was actually a beat stick back then. He was actually meta defining back in like the late 90s in Japan for Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's a fun little fact. So yeah, sorry for me, like coughing. I'm getting over a cold, guys, so I'm kind of wheezing right now. Next off, we have some just vanilla beaters that are okay. Your Ancient Elf, your Magical Ghost, your Sorcerer of the Doomed, which has some awesome artwork. Mammoth Graveyard, which you fuse with the Arrow and kill Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Witty Phantom, who is from the anime. Then you also have Claw Reacher as well. I'll put Claw Reacher up here. Put Claw Reacher over there, yeah. But you also have Claw Reacher as well. So these are your vanilla beaters that are not that good, but they're okay. So there you go. Next up, we have your Flip Effect monsters. You have two of them to some degree. Man-Eater Bug, which is one of the best Flip Effect monsters in this format. And then you also have the Wall of the Illusions, which is not a Flip Effect monster, but it's one of your best defenders and overall one of your best monsters to have, because you're never going to summon this in attack position. You're always going to set it, and when they flip it up, you the monster that attacked this monster is returned to the owner's hand. The damage calculation is applied normally. So it's kind of like a hang, but a little bit better. So pretty good, dang good card for back then, the Wall of Illusion. Then you have some other good Flip Effect monsters like Trap Master, who I still say looks like freaking Michael Jackson. You also have the Stern Mystic, which has got low attack, but he's got high defense. I don't get that, but whatever. He's got an interesting effect I'll read for you guys. He states, all face down cards on the field are turned face up and then return to the original position. No cards effects are activated when this card is turned face up. Kind of interesting. I never use his effect. I usually use him as a beater more than anything else. So yeah. Then you have your good spell cards, or magic cards if you want to go old school. Your Monster Reborn, your Dark Hole, your Change of Heart, your Last Will. Look how many good spell cards these are. Your Fissure, your Card Destruction. Oh, let me try to arrange this a little bit better for you guys. Your Card Destruction up here, your Soul Exchange as well. So these are a lot more powerful spell cards compared to the Seto Kaba structure deck. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, good. Change of Heart is amazing, especially for a tribute summoning deck. Last Will is very good. Fissure is good. Card Destruction is good because if you have a dead hand, you just discard those cards and draw deeper into your deck. It's literally a draw card for your deck and is actually banned currently at the time of me doing this video. And Soul Exchange, which is a very good tribute card as well for tributing off monsters. So very, very, very good, powerful spell cards there. Some of which are already banned. Next up we have, guys, just some good unique cards. So you have your field spell, which is Yami. He gives, I'll read it to you guys. Increase the attack and defense of all fiend and spellcaster type monsters by 200 points and decrease the attack and defense of all fairy type monsters by 200 points. So fiends and spellcasters 200, fairies lose attack. Then we have the Sword of Destruction. This has dark monsters equipped with this card increase their attack by 400 attack and decrease their defense by 200. So that's nice. Then you also have Book of the Secret Arts. Spellcaster monsters equipped with this card gain 300 attack and defense. Very iconic card from the show. But all spellcaster monsters gain attack and defense, which is very good. Then you have Dion Kito, the Cure Master, which is a very good card. Remove Trap, which is another good spell card in some regards in the deck. Remove Trap, that is. Then we also got Dispel to be your last spell card in the deck, which is actually a pretty decent card. Then you have some good trap cards: Ultimate Offering, Trap Hole, Wabuku, Reinforcement, and Castle Wall, which are actually pretty good when you're facing against the Seto Kaiba or any of the starter decks. If I haven't mentioned yet, guys, you can check my channel out, Seto Kaiba, down below in the description. I will also have the Joey starter deck, the Pegasus starter deck,
the Seto Kyber starter deck also on my channel, so if you want to check those out. But Ultimate Offense very good for tribute fodder. Trap Hole is very good. Wabuku's good. These two cards are just good. And then you also have some traps that are okay. Reverse Trap, Dragon Capture Jar for that Seto Kyber mirror match when he has dragons. And 2-prong attack, destroy 2 monsters on the field, destroy 1 monster. So, yeah, not that good of a card, but whatever. But that is the Yugi 2002 Yugi starter deck profile for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's very fun. Like I said, I will leave down in the description below a site that you can go to see all the cards on. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and do keep in mind, guys, that when you're playing this deck, draw 6 cards on your opening hand. Priority is in effect, and if your opponent has a field spell, you can pop that field spell with your field spell. Play old school rules like back in the day, and you will have so much fun with this deck. But till next time, guys, take care, and good luck dueling to all of you.